Shop came back here once again. Start out the video. Hajime per round 1403, the utmost limits of fundamentals. That came out earlier today. The time is roughly 9 o'clock going on 10, and the video could be out today, tomorrow, or Thursday. We're really trying to put in work to push over the final edge, the final hump of the webcomic to get that next part out. And besides from that, it goes right on to it. Volume 136 is on sale. The champion's fish finally catches the wild genius. You see the reaction shot of Wally getting popped right in the mouth. And the crowd's like, no, the announcer's like, Miguel is shocked. Bill is looking up like, he's looking up like he's just like, yeah. And that's just for the first time in the match, in round 5, finally. The champion left us caught the challenger. He presses forward. Ricardo Martinez goes in, and announcer says no. Wally throws up a punch. He loses a barrage, but will it connect? And announcer says the challenger keep punching. Sorry. The challenger's punches keep him pinned down with bizarre angles. The barrage have halted his advance. One knocks the champion's head back, and the challenger continues with a terrifying speed, knock Ricardo's head back. Oh my goodness, they speak in the Spanish. Punta Madre. I know what punta is, but the other ones I don't know. And after he finally landed one, the crowd says that speed is almost impossible. Well, Ricardo's keeping his hands up. He's weeping and wobbling. Wally throwing out punches, and blam! Wally is decked once again. You see a throb, and the crowd's like, whoa, he got him. Now this is also an interesting sensation because Sendo also got hit in the mouth by Ricardo during the sparring. He also felt the same throbbing. But Wally goes back at it again, throwing up punches at Ricardo, and Wally weaves. Wait, he whips a punch. Ricardo, blam, hits him again, pops his head, but Wally keeps going at it, and then the crowd says he got him again. Then the exchange continues. And Ricardo clenches his right fist. Wally shocked. Blam! He got fainted out by a potential right. He hits with another left. And now it's like, whoa, I turn around from before. He got him again. And then that's like, all the tide is turning as we go into the middle rounds. Instead of like, what the fuck? His voice like, all of a sudden, the announcer continues to challenge his left. His landing on the challenge so precisely. And Ippo's like, why? Ricardo clenches his left fist. Wally is paying attention to the left hand. And and he runs into the ref by accident. And he was like, he bumped to the referee even though he was in such control before. And was like, sorry. And Ricardo says to himself, I have no special abilities, nor do I believe in magical. I believe in the magical or superhuman. I only can move like a normal man. And that's my only choice is the fundamentals. Sound like Jose Mendoza. I'm just nothing. I'm a man. In which case, all I can do is elevate the fundamentals, polish the bases that no one else chooses to use, save out the facts and bring out any excesses, and evaluate. And Wally, he's breathing. I look at Ricardo, and Ricardo stands firm like an animal. And Wally, he seems to be upset him, and he's breathing. He says to himself, his breathing is getting ragged. He was doing so well, I didn't notice. If someone says we're 200 meters above sea level here, going out all at speed in the region with low oxygen, no wonder he's exhausted. It sounds like voice coach saying this. She should give him some advice. No, and all like no, Ippo saying that, and voice coach like no, not at all. No. In all likelihood. Miguel is look at the back of his head, says it's time to put our feet on the ground. I guess that's just mind what he said. The voice coach like within the expectations, and Miguel says it's a bit outside our expectation too. Once you're able to show off a difference in speed, you want to step back and get a view of the opponent's whole body, like a panorama. In other words, Wally domination in the ring widens, as does his degree of freedom. With that freedom, you can push your opponents around as you please. Little by little, he's been watered down. At least that was my plan. But by planting himself in the middle of the ring, he's releasing a constant silent pressure. Miguel's like, I'm impressed. I don't know. Well, let's continue. Ippo says to himself, so Miguel-san has looked so unhappy this entire time. So the reason that Miguel-san looks so unhappy is this. If Ward's coach is like, what's next? Do you have any instructions for him? And Miguel looks at the side and says, we do have our final trump card. If he survives this round and makes his way back, then I tell him. And he was like, wait. If he makes it back, someone steps in. Ricardo, he throws out a few more jabs. Wally is weaving all over the place. And the announcer says, left, the champion's presses forward and the challenger. And Wally, he's starting to sweat more. And the announcer says he's not just defending, he's throwing back some tricky punches. Ricardo says to himself, the rules of boxing dictate your punches can only land on the half front of your upper body. Even if it's just with a track where the punches are coming from, they must land where they must land is already limited. Protect the vitals, avoiding the crucial blows, and stick to the fundamentals. And blimey, pops Wally once again, but the champion does not stop. And you see like you see the muscles of Ricardo, and it says polish, shave. And he throws out 2 more jabs. Wally steps back, get popped by the second one, ring, by the third one. And he was like, Wally-kun, instead of yells out, monkey. And Bill Stewart's like, this is Ricardo Martinez, the man who endured this jungle. It's not some trifling poacher punching his shabby rifle. What he possesses the utmost limits of the fundamentals, the ultimate final goal of all boxing. As Wally gets pushes back to the jungle, he's getting pushes out his natural limit, the ultra-modern weapon Omega. He's getting pushed towards a cliff. The imagery! His back hits the corner. And the announcer says he's trapped in a corner. Ricardo goes out to throw another jab. The announcer says there's no other way to run. Blow! And Wallace hit again. Blow! He gets hit with the right hand. And Wally goes down. And there's a breakneck breeze. Come on, Johnny. Come on. And the announcer's like, he's down. Just when we was warning the tides are turning. And an instinct of total reversal. Overall, I say it's a good chapter, but I don't really have any massive opinions about it. It's just like, you remember when I said earlier, I just felt like the fight wasn't gonna last much longer anymore, and it seems like some shit, like something was going to happen. Well, this is what I was alluding to. This entire chapter is what it's alluding to. But oddly enough, I'm not mad. It's just he's standing in the center of the ring and applying silent pressure. Let's also bring up to the question, where is Wally's guard? Because now that I think about it, I don't think in the entirety of this chapter he's used it or tried to parry or did anything. Just makes you wonder, Miguel, what were you teaching the boy? It also goes into another thing, right? If Wally was going to do the whole freedom style thing, when you do the extreme lean back, that you could just do what Takamura did and hit him twice with the jab, which you can see that Ricardo does do that, where he caused Wally to overextend his body through the first jab and hit him with the second one. But it's still you're getting the exact same phenomenon with Billy McCullum, where it's just well, he just throws up the jab, jab, and next thing you know, he throws it a right, but not any old right. It's not like you threw out the right that put down AJ Dante. It's just not that corkscrew punch. He throws it a right, and Wally get dropped. And the concerning thing is when he hits Wally, he's in a corner. It looks like he's dazed, and I'd just like to know, Mr. Wally, where's your footwork? Where was it? And it's just like if you're getting hit like this, you could try to clinch, you could try to do some slight wrestling, you can do something than just stand right there in front of him and keep doing the exact same thing. And Miguel mentions a trump card if he makes it back. And it's just you remember when Wally said he wanted to learn more about boxing? Now I want you to tell me from this chapter, what has he learned? Let's be honest here. What has he learned? How has he evolved from the Ippo fight? I would personally like to know, because as far as I can tell, not much. He's obviously a better fighter. He obviously got an increase in IQ and experience, but this isn't much different from him not paying attention to Ippo and the body blows. It's just, why are you continuously getting hit by the same punch? You know, could you at least try to use some type of footwork here, Wally? And it's just, as I say, you could at least try to use some type of footwork, but not only does the footwork not exist, it's just when I look at this, I just have to question, what have Wally learned? Honestly, truthfully, from what you've just seen and heard, if you guys had to see the chapter or if you're just watching my videos to keep up, what type of improvement had you truly seen? As I was saying, it's just I really don't have too much of a comment on this one. It's just you remember when Amai fought Hoshi, and I was like really excited that, you know, we could see some brand new things, and didn't really get anything. It's not different from how people may have their complaints of Sendo and him not really doing the old things he used to do. Besides from like the stepping he did to get together. There's no different from Takamura versus David Eagle. It's just kind of the same old, same old. Well, no different from Vork versus this new guy. He's just more or less the same old thing. The only person we've seen boxing evolve is Mishiba. He's the only character where it's just like he got to close up all his gaps. And the only character who biggest weaknesses has been put out there in front. Time and time again, against like a Samurai Moore, against that guy, he came back and went for like the Pacific Championships title, where like he threw that glove at Ippo at the end. So like time and time again with Mishiba, we have seen him get pushed to his limits and had to overcome his weaknesses to become a better fighter. Even Ippo got chance to develop before he lost to Antonio. How we're gonna further evolve the gazelle punch, we're gonna go into the basic, go to uppercut, body blow, and it just was extremely effective against Freddy Gonzalez. But this is just what's Wally, and it's sad because it's just like, I think the reason I'm not upset is the fact that I said something like this is gonna happen. Oh, you know, Wally was still doing good, and then this shows up. And in one chapter, just one. And the reason I point that face when he was in the corner, it don't look like he's going to get up, to be honest. It really doesn't, and it's going on break next week. There can always be a chance the fight continues. But if you've just been pushed back by a bunch of jabs and one straight right, then it's just like, where was all that stuff against Ippo at? Where is it? That's what I want to know. What was all that lean back the freedom style with the Makaneuchi? Now, of course, the next chapter he can easily get back up and make it to the next round, and maybe he will finally take the full chains off the Wally. But strategy. We're gonna kick it up the high limits and use speed. Then, after we shave him down some bit, we're gonna go on close combat. Why not try to win the fight on points? Why is this not an option? And then while Ricardo would try to push the action, you can set up traps that way. Does Wally know what feints are? Now you remember back when I got upset when Wally tried to claim he wanted to be like an environmental specialist, like a veterinarian, something like that. It was just like, what are you doing? Because last I checked, Wally loves boxing. He wanted to learn more and everything he could about boxing. Where is it? Where is the results of that, of all those unknown fights? Where is it? Because let's be honest, from these last past few chapters, we already knew that Wally had good footwork. We already knew that Wally was quick. We already knew that Wally had good head movement. And this is why I kept getting upset with the whole, the only thing he needs to take 3 minutes. This whole 3-minute thing, what is the thing? What was all this whole 3-minute talk against AJ Dante? Against Billy McCullough? What was all this 3-minute talking? Guess it really is this. It's just, I don't know, maybe Wally was the high gear, and if Wally goes down and gets defeated, it'll be something like, yeah, it's just like at least he tried to the finish. But even now, even in this very fight, how much Wally insight have we gotten? But now I think about it, it kind of feels like Ippo versus Kurosawa, but not one-to-one. Where we got a whole lot of insider thoughts from Kurosawa, and the next thing you know, Kurosawa put to sleep. But in this case, a lot of insight from Ricardo Martinez, like he was the main character here. And Wally is just, insight that have a game plan that no one knows much of, and it's just, what type of advice we can give him? We got our trump card. Where is the boxing technique? Did she teach him how to clinch, Miguel? Did she teach him that? Even to stall for time. And they could pull like, wow, really? You're gonna do that? You're gonna do anything you can to stall for time? You're gonna keep clinching up? Which we haven't really seen a person do that besides from like Kobashi. But even in the way Kobashi was doing it, it wasn't really to stall for time. It was really just to minimize any type of damage. It's no different from how like Terrence Crawford was smothering the attacks of Felix, the guy he was fighting. So it's just, I don't know. Hope you guys enjoyed the chapter. For me, it's just, I guess it's alright. Maybe it's the fact that I'm tired. Who knows? But it's just, only thing I got is the fundamentals. You serious? So I hope we actually get a chance to see Ricardo Martinez actually, be Ricardo, because Bill Stewart claims this is Ricardo. That's a lie, you know it. This is not the Ricardo that Alfredo Gonzalez mentioned. This is not the Ricardo that has been hinted at having another side to him. The one who loves to get juiced up from his height. Like, where is it? And then it's like, he picks up Wally to get this type of pressure. To get this whole thing where it's just like, I want to have envy. I want to get that fire back from my earlier fights. And then the fighter present this towards him. And the best thing he can come up with is, I don't know. I'm in unknown territory. And like this don't excite you that this is like he's potentially the fastest fighter you've ever seen? It's just nothing. Like what And then like if Ricardo got kicked up and we saw like 50% and he's just like, wow, this man is an absolute monster. He's a beast. Like, when he's juiced up and he's actually inside the battle, like this is what he's been waiting for. This is the real deal. This is the one where when Ricardo go infighting, like this is not a joke. This is not a game. What was that? Does this much destroy my hopes for Sendo? No. But for Wally thing, and it's for his sake, it's just, I would just like to know, like, where that boxing IQ in. Why is it missing? Why is it not here? And then like he's in the corner, and like how is he blocking less than what he did against Ippo? How does that happen? Was it some type of restraints put on by Miguel? If it is, that's an idiot. Because last time I checked, this was your last son, and he's getting punched up like a pinata. Like, I don't know if you can see this image. Like, usually when you see that Ippo image when the guy's eyes go shadowed like that, like he's Michael Goat, usually they got put straight to sleep and ain't getting back up. But while his knees is down, he's not fat, face first into the ground. Maybe there's some type of trump card. But, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I wish I could sit here and just be rebel and excited and be amazed, but I don't know. Cause I knew something like this was gonna happen. Cause I said before, like, you know, I really don't feel like she's gonna go on. And then I convinced myself, nah, maybe it might be different. Maybe this is like. Just like against Billy McCullum, it's one moment they're doing well, then you know Ricardo's finally started to touch the distance. He started to really the rev up the engine. The next thing you know, just like Billy, just one left hand and the right straight, and that's if you even get that. I don't understand how he even ran into the ref. I don't understand how that even happened. But do you understand? According to the positioning and the way he could have felt, he was circling around using. I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. I'm not even upset. I don't know why. It's just maybe I saw it from a mile away, but it's just. I want to know truly how many more times must I say, alright, this is going to finally be the one. This will be the one where we get to see what Ricardo's all about. And it's just, it's just this. And he's like, I'm sorry I can't give the crowd what they wanted. And I can't give them like some type of spectacular battle. Here he is, right here. Right here. Where is it? Where's your excitement to give your fans what they've been waiting for? Where is it? Where was all this big talk with Billy? Where is it? Where's all the whole depressive spree? Where is it? And then you chuck a smile, and then like Wally tells you this is gonna be fun, and it's just this is it. Just and then this whole thing where I can't do much of anything else. You know, I just do the fundamentals to the best I can. Really, really, really. Depending how this fight ends, like I said, the channel's up in the air. I said that after the Vork thing. No, I said it before the Vork thing. But after the whole Mishable thing, where I just can't take any more fights like this. This shit, it's getting ridiculous. It's just like back to back, back to back, back to back. How was one of the most interesting fights is with Kimura. Like this is like I honestly rather take development on Itagaki, Teigen Kintaro than read this. It's just. And it's sad because my belief in Wally Willing was just, you know, it could be a chance. You never know. You never know. But in this case, it's just, he gets beaten like a person. Can at least go out like Kurosawa did. Kurosawa was amazing. This man is great. He's fantastic. And he's a character who just got beaten up. He's a character who He's hanging out with Sonata. Sonata was tap dancing on top of his body to improve his ad work. He never got a chance to Dempsero. He just got obliterated. That was it. That was it. That was the Legend of Korra Flower. He never got a chance to fight Ippo 100%. And he was hoping for the Dempsero, and he thought he could survive the liver blow, never could. In this case, it's just Wally can't even get that. So I don't know. Maybe I just don't know what I was expecting, to be honest, because that right there, that's infuriating to a certain degree. Like this isn't fun. All in one chapter. Maybe it's a stress of trying to get the comic book completed, or maybe it's just like this is just where is that Ricardo with the fight? Like, why did you want to fight him in the first place? What was the point? Wally goes down, or he wins, or whatever. What would be the point of this fight? What would be the point of it? And then, like, where's the whole thing? Also, another thing, he gets backed up to the corner. What happened to the whole thing where you can't really keep Wally into the corner? He's gonna do something. What happened to that? Is he too shocked to use it? Is he just not thinking about half of his arsenal? Or is it just, well, you know, just he have all these things, but you know, it's whatever. Similar to a mind never improved. He's just a one-round KO man because similar to how Hoshi didn't improve, he just used the exact same right straight that he learned from karate, and that was it. Keith Dragon, what was the heavens and the heaven and ground cannon? Never found out what it was. Besides from that one punch in the beginning, never really existed. Vorg gets injured. Vorg shows no improvement. Vorg just jabbed somebody to death. But somehow that fight is worse than the one that Ricardo had with Billy. And I thought Billy was good. So it's, I don't know. Like I said before, depending how this wraps up, I don't know where the channel's gonna go after this, to be honest. Like, I'm not really interested in much anything. Maybe I just might make a video about general subjects or just whatever. But for the usual Ippo content, it might not last much longer, to be honest. 'Cause this is just, I would rather have Kimura development than this. I would rather have Itagaki and find out why he's in a slum than have these fights. I'd rather finally see Kentaro and Teihei do their pro debut, or which they would stop sleeping and slobbering around the gym. Another thing, what is the point of showing Itagaki and Teihei watching the fight if they're never going to have any input? And I still think Senno can beat Ricardo. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just, maybe that's how Emil Blonsky felt in the 2008 Hulk film, where he's just like, really, this is all you got. Not only do we get to see everything Wally can do in his improvement with IQ and everything, he's been doing well, but it's nothing that we haven't seen him do before, or one version or another. But in this case, it's just, I don't know, maybe I was expecting something else. Because if this go up bad, it would be 3 for 3. No, it'd be 4 to 4 or 5 to 5. Because Juan Garcia was also trash. So that'll be Juan, the earlier Vorg fight we just had, Keith Dragon, that'll be 4. Amai Hoshi, which is just, man, could have been better. So we're going 5 for 5 or 6 for 6. Just back-to-back fights where it's just like, where's all the improvement with the Rookie Kings? And then we don't even need the entire chapter. We just get a mention of it that, you know, he's gotten better. With Wally, it's just, maybe the stuff we saw early in the fight was enough, but it's just, It's nothing we haven't seen before. We've seen Wally out punch somebody before, have a higher input volume, and just dominate somebody one-sidedly. Which somehow it's silent pressure. Where was this at the beginning of the fight when he wasn't moving? How come only when he advanced he could do some silent pressure? Well, watch it, he's just standing inside the center of the ring to watch Wally and his footwork. This could have been accomplished like 2 to 3 weeks ago. No, scratched it over a month ago. Like, where was all this silent pressure when Ricardo wasn't moving or doing anything? And he was just taking punches against his guard, take a body blow here and there for no real reason, just getting his guard lit up. So it's just, what changed now? No, the Keith Dragon thing. Well, you know, he overasserted himself and now his leg hurt. Why did Takamura need to get injured again? Why does Borg ribs need to be messed up? Why is it, this is just why? Why can't we just have a fight or just? It is what I said. Like I said before, depending on how this fight wraps up, I don't know where the channel's gonna go. To be honest, I really don't. Not really too many people watch the videos anyway, so it's just not gonna let the channel die. But I don't know. But I've been MSWK. If you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and peace. I don't know if you got thoughts and opinions of the chapter.